brand new Minecraft textures. What? Is this some kind of joke? Well, it look like one. In fact, it's the furthest thing from hilarious because it's real. This is the real texture. It's finally come out, baby, and it is beautiful. I am honestly like in love with this new texture pack that was just announced on Minecraft.net. That's right, the texture pack you guys all have been hearing about on my channel. If you've been subscribed with my bell, you would know that this is an upcoming change to the actual official Minecraft texture pack. And if you want to grab it for yourself right now, it's available as a download on Minecraft.net, courtesy of Jasper. He's the one that has remade all these textures. And in today's video, we're going to be covering them step at a time. And not only the blocks, but the items as well. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a side-by-side on all these things going along through the video. So strap yourselves in, it's gonna be a fantastic showcase, and leave a like if you enjoy. Ooh, I just banged my mouse off the desk. Oh yeah, and I'm Logdotzip, and this world was by Xavier Dragon. His link also in the description of this video. But why don't we go ahead and jump into all these different block changes. This is the official resource pack, and needless to say, everything looks a lot more polished and shiny, and I love the color direction that's been taken with some of these blocks, making it, it's hard to pinpoint the exact pixel style of artwork used, but I really like how it looks once it's all been combined together. When everything was kind of just hanging out willy-nilly, just, you know, one texture was changed next to the rest of them, it didn't look as good, but now I'm a fan. Count me on board with it, honestly. Look at these. Now, there are a couple textures still missing, but needless to say, most of them have in fact been done all the way through. So what we're gonna be doing right now is just walking through each basic section and then taking off the resource pack so that you can see what they look like beforehand. But before we do that, we're just gonna knock out the items right now. So, what we're looking at right now are the actual items involved, and boy, oh boy, these look amazing as well. The 2D sprites are awesome. Now, it appears as though some of these things haven't yet been changed just yet, so we're gonna have to wait to see every single, that's a lot of books, every single full texture come in. So, needless to say, there is still feedback being taken about these new item and block texture changes because nothing is set in stone just yet. But personally, I'm a fan of what I'm seeing right now. It's honestly like beautiful, bright, vibrant. The apples look lovely. Looks like the tools and some of the weapons and such haven't really been changed yet. I imagine that to be the case. I mean, super sensitive, honestly. So we got to really be careful about how it is we handle these things when it comes down to the feedback we give to Jappa, because he is the man in charge of all of this. Overall, I'm very pleased, but after we get to the top of this thing, we'll roll right back into the path itself. And just like that. So in this first section, we've got dispensers, droppers, jukeboxes, pistons, TNT, and the various different types of doors, along with all the different leaves. So what you're gonna see right now is us change from the previous textures into the new, or backward, whatever, just hold on a sec. Okay, anyways, this is what you're used to seeing, right? Look, it just looks, I mean, it looks normal, right? This is what everyone's used to seeing, but I already like the new textures better. Like, look at the lead. I mean, it's so hard because we're gonna lose a lot of people saying, Tyler, I don't like how the new one like. Well, it doesn't matter what you like. This is the changes that are happening. Now, you're welcome to leave feedback in the comment section of this video, and I imagine Jasper will be looking through some of the comments he has on our previous videos. Shouts out if you happen to be watching, Jappa. Hey, no, really, I like the textures, but this is what they used to look like, and this is what they look like now. You see, I like it. I like it. I like the color change. Slight additions makes the hues seem a little more blended together nicely. And look at these minerals, the gold and the iron. Ooh, like I want to have gold things in my house now. It's like such a satisfying color. It's ridiculous. Ooh, and we got the saplings over here. They look a lot earthier. They've got a lot more tone to them. All the leaves have a nice little touch. In fact, do all the leaves have slightly different design? I want to say they all have their own little designs now, where some of them were shared before. They kind of look like, yeah, that's nice. The saplings look real fresh. We got the observer block, looks angrier than ever. Here's our dispenser, here's our droppers. Redstone area, we got the redstone blocks. We got trap doors being shown off, buttons. The whoa, kind of looks, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's just flat, like very flat. Looks like all brown. Turn it off and on, what you gonna look like? Well, I guess it fits of a flat feel. I don't know about the redstone lamps, to be honest, but here's what they look like before. You see, it's a little different looking. What do you guys think? This is a little messier, and the other one looks a lot more flat, although this one feels like it's a lot more glass in nature. The other one, like I said, it almost looks like it's like a piece of paper pasted onto the side of a block. But this is what all the old ones look like before. The saplings, the leaves, they just don't have that same feel to them. Like I said, I'm not biased. No one told me to say that these are great. I legitimately love the new textures. I think it's a huge leap and bound ahead of what the textures used to look like. It feels just more like complete, like more together. Now, speaking of together, look at all these flowers hanging out together. Flowers, we got cobblestone, andesite, diorite, granite, and the different types of woods all being shown off right here. It is important to note that a couple of the block textures have not yet been changed. They are of the new stone variants. Those have not yet been changed yet either. Again, this is a work in progress. They're gathering feedback. But what we can do instead for you is show you what they look like now. Much better. Although the cobblestone is a lot darker on this version compared to the other one. It's gonna mess with someone's builds somewhere out there. You know what I mean? Like, someone's gonna be upset. Everyone's always gonna be upset at something. You can't please everybody. But look at the flowers. They just, I hate to say, but they pop. You know what I mean? I just really like how the colors, they just stand out a lot more compared to what they used to. There's a lot more just variance in actual colors being used, a lot more anti-aliasing, aspects of the blocks being shown off. And now we can get into some of the other blocks as well. Look at these things: sand, gravel, mycelium, red sand, and the ores. The ores. Who wants more ores? Well, there's no more ores added, but they were changed. So look, the gold, it kind of bleeds into the side of the stone. The iron doesn't as much, nor does the coal nearly as much, but diamond, gold blocks, even it looks like the emeralds a little bit, they actually bleed into other parts of the stone in this version. The redstone looks like it does heavily as well. Lapis, it looks mostly unchanged, but maybe I'm just not remembering right. We'll find out in a second when we change the texture pack back. Well, that sounded funny. But look at the woods as well. These are all lovely. We got sponges, we got all the different sandstone variants, and we got bone blocks. So we'll go ahead and do our transformation in just a second. I want to show you the rest of these blocks. Look, it is nice. Ooh, I like these. The pieces of the sandstone, little cobble pieces, they look like a lot bigger on these, where before it looked like a lot smaller of little pebble rocks or what have you. So anyways, what we'll do now is change it over to the previous texture. And so we're back to normal. I instantly don't like how the sponge looks. And as you can see here, these look a lot smaller to me, or at least they start out smaller at the top there. Bone blocks, they look a lot more actually blended in on this version, whereas on the other one, they look less blended in. But look at the ores. Once again, they're back to their self-contained versions. There's no bleeding out of the colors into the stone, nearly as much at least. And redstone and diamond, and they all once again share pretty much the same exact texture as they did prior. There's nothing too special about these. Sand, gravel's got its old looking bright. It only got bubbles in it. Something's kind of weird about the gravel. Now that I've seen the new textures, I thoroughly enjoy what they look like compared to these old ones. Nothing wrong with the old ones by any means. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I welcome the new change wholeheartedly. Here's what the wood looks like. Beautiful. Now we get to the next section. These blocks. They look nice now, huh? Well, that's just because you're used to them. But look what they look like right now. Boom! Yeah! I actually want to use lapis. Look at this. It's majestic. It looks like I'd line my throne with it or something. Peasants, bring me the lapis. Honestly, I would love this to just part of my little walkway. Yes, it almost looks like little pieces of lapis are bleeding outside the actual block itself. Yo, word of the day, bleeding. Oh, please don't monetize. And point is, gold blocks. Nice. Gold blocks, lapis blocks. We got the iron blocks, diamond blocks, emerald blocks. Finally, the actual versions. We had done previous videos where we estimated what the textures kind of look like, and we did our best, but it's nice to know that this is the official recognized textures that we didn't have beforehand. Now, look at the glass. Glass, probably one of my favorite changes because it doesn't have those stupid streaks down the middle anymore. It's all been contained into the corners here, so you can still tell it's supposed to be glass looking in nature, but you can actually see through it a heck of a lot better than you used to be able to. Bookshelves look a lot more polished off as well. It looks like there's more depth to them, so it actually looks like the books are kind of pushed into the shelf, not just hanging out on the same level as the shelf. The enchantment table now matches nicely with the obsidian blocks themselves. The book looks a little more rustic, nice browns added to it. That's nice. But really the mineral blocks, probably my favorite takeaway. Now again, we already saw what these guys look like. Why don't we go ahead and just move slowly on, get a little more glimpse of all these other blocks. I think y'all get the point. Y'all already know what the other blocks look like. Why don't we just get through the rest of these real quick like, huh? Y'all got things to do, so do I. So here's what the mixed cobblestone looks like. We got, what is this, some vines? Yeah, we got some vines right there. Cobweb looks nice. It's got like a blue tinge to it. Monster spawn. Ooh. Tell me y'all looking at this. It's got like an evil looking mob right in the center. Big fan of that. That's nice. Speaking of mobs have seen an overhaul too. Look at this. He's got little teeth. Ooh, scary. I shouldn't think this is adorable. It's not supposed to be adorable. It's supposed to be, get away from me. It's supposed to be scary. Mushrooms have seen a change alongside the stronghold bricks. In addition, we've got this new skeleton types right here. Check out this jawline. Prominent jaw. I wish I was sporting something like that. Tell you what now, boy. Now, we got the wither skeleton with the same story. He's got his smile leading right across the side there. And we've even got updated prismarine blocks as well. Now, do these ones still change color? I'm trying to look. It looks as though they're, yeah, I think they're changing color right now. Slowly but surely, maybe. It's kind of hard. Yeah, I think they are. The point is, the glowstone, or the sea lanterns, the prismarine bricks, and yeah, they are changing color. I knew it. It's so cool. Now look at the crops. Farmland has seen an overhaul as well. It looks like it's actually tilled, where before, I guess it still looked like it was tilled, but it looks better now. Wheat. Full-blown wheat is now this lovely brown color. This is what carrots look like, beetroots, potato seeds. They all have full-grown growth cycle looking something rather. Now the hay, on the other hand, it got its red band back. In our previous texture pack review, they removed it to make it an all-yellow block. It has come back, I assume due to feedback, and now it is there once again, although a lot less defined than it once was. Now check out the watermelons. A lot more of like a healthy, vibrant green, where it was kind of yellow-green before. It's seen a bigger change now. Now look at the chicken. Look at him. He's flapping around like he ain't got nothing better to do. Well, he probably does now. Now look at the chicken and the egg. The chicken looks like it's been textured a lot more broccoli. Broccoli. Nice. Well, that wasn't even funny. Point is, the egg's been changed as well, and we've got bricks, we got beds, we got all the different iron panes and glass panes. Now, it looks as though maybe the glass panes haven't seen a change yet, because they still have those streaks across the middle, at least compared to the ones above here, which are missing them entirely. Now, let's look at the ice. Ice. Ooh. Packed ice, still not fully transparent, although regular ice you can still see through. It looks like it has more of a texture to it that you can honestly make out a lot easier. Snow is a lot more light blue than it used to be, and it looks like strays have some slight changes as well. Namely, he's got on the side too. He's got that crazy jaw. That's perfect. I hate you. I want it. Jack-o'-lanterns look fun. These holes inside making up the face look a lot deeper than the previous versions, and this looks a lot more illuminated as opposed to the previous rendition. I guess we'll give a quick look at the old, just a refresh. It's not a big deal. We bricks, blocks, mobs, crops, melons, hail obey. What is it called? Whatever. Pumpkins. Yeah. All right. Back to the new stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to show you all the new textures as best I can. I wanted to remind you what the old ones look like. Here's clay, and here's some end dimension stone bricks and blocks as well. Check out these. Ooh, kind of like a dithered, like it looks like it's dithered a little bit at the bottom. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying at all, though. It's probably the case. Check out the end rods, we got the obsidian, we got the end crystals here. Coarse plants, coarse fruit. Ooh, baby. Those look so pretty, honestly. Big fan. Here's some nether blocks, too. We got our magma blocks. The netherrack looks kind of, I never was really a fan of how netherrack looked before. It's just kind of like a nasty block that we throw into lava. Like, anytime I had a series of netherrack, I just, step at a time, just get rid of all. Nobody wants these things, truth be told. Glowstone almost looks orange now, where before it looked yellowish. This is like a gold/orange look, which I prefer. But, again, this is going to be hard to, appease everybody, get everybody used to it. Now, soul sand, it looks like the souls are, more ghost-like, almost like they're, moving around a lot more actively, where before you could make out the faces, but they looked kind of more stationary, like they weren't literally trying to escape as you walk across them. Here's the different fortress blocks we've got here. This is what red nether brick, and then regular old nether brick. So the red nether brick, I think, is with nether warts mixed in. Right. We've got the end stone blocks. We've got shulker boxes. Have seen a slight change as well, I believe. Maybe. Hard to tell if they've been altered just yet. But here's what minecarts look like, too. Ooh, they've got like a graded design on the sides there. I wonder if it's supposed to be see-through? Hard to tell. Rails have seen slight adjustments as well, if I'm not mistaken. Daylight sensors, can't really tell if there's been a change there, but you can even see that there's been changes to the actual minecart blocks holding chests and furnaces and TNT and etc, etc. Ooh, I don't see a command minecart one. Interesting. Maybe it's secret, or maybe we just forgot to put it in. This is not a big deal. Maybe I just missed it somewhere. Who asked you guys anyways? We got ourselves some utility blocks that you guys are used to seeing in your household area. You got the end chest. Looks like it's got some clipping issues going on right now. I imagine that'd be fixed in the future when they officially release this thing. I mean, I guess they did officially release it, but it's still, you know, in working progress. Cauldrons, we got the brewing stand right here. Ooh, that's nice. That looks a lot more like a blaze rod right in the middle there. Ooh, I'm really a fan of that. I didn't see that before. Now look at the anvils. They still have the different variants depending on what damage level's been done to them. Chests, beds look a little more unkept almost, like, well, I would say unkept, but they look a little more wrinkly compared to the current beds that we've got. Crafting tables, everything just feels like almost like it's got a bubbliness to it, and I like it. It's good. Now, we've got a couple more blocks, and we'll go ahead and focus on some of these mobs that we've been passing up. Slime blocks are awesome. I guess we'll bring up the slime because he's right here. The slime blocks actually look, at a glance, like they could just be slimes now, where before, they didn't share kind of the same inside properties, because it is kind of transparent. You can see the inside of it. This looks a lot more like an actual slime, just at a moment's glance, like where it didn't as much before. Look at this sheepy. Now, look at all the different quartz. These are quartz pillars. You can see that at a distance, it looks like they kind of roll in, like they're rounded off at the sides. So it kind of looks like it's rounded, when in reality, it's obviously still just square and cube-like block. Now, here's what the decorated ones look like, kind of like guardians on the side. We already saw these. These are what the sides of the pillar blocks look like. And, of course, we got our command blocks and our structure blocks, which look hard to tell. How would I describe how these blocks look compared to the previous one? Well, we'll do a comparison of those ones in just a second. But our final things we want to show off here are the armors. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, it makes me cough. I'm so sick. I'm sorry. Anyways, point being, gold armor looks phenomenal. It looks rugged. It looks like it's got some like actual texture to it. Like it would feel like it looks rough on you. Now, the iron is not have as many noticeable, you know, I guess, pieces to it going on as opposed to the gold armor. It's missing that serious gold borderline that the iron has, but not as much. We got chain armor, looks a little bit different on this side of things. Looks like it's got, like I said, like almost like a slate gray, slate blue to it. The slightest like light blue gray tinge. Leather armor looks fairly unchanged. I imagine that's because you got to be able to dye it and make it all the different colors. And then the diamond armor, which is mostly untouched as well. Probably didn't want to upset anyone by changing that one too drastically, because that's how you do it if you're going to do it at all. Now we got some dead bushes. We got ourselves a couple different boats, and we got our reeds, and we got the water. So those are the active block changes. We're going to quickly look at the mobs, and then one final old versus new look. Here's what the gas look like. Here's what blazes look like. A lot more solid in colored tone, I guess. And check out the piggies. Hey, oinker. Hey, don't run from me. I'm trying to look at you. Yeah. Now, again, this is not a full-blown conversion just yet. There are a couple textures missing here and there. So we don't have every single one to cover, but needless to say, there are some changes. And again, here's what the old command blocks look like. Do you see what I mean? All the new textures have like this border to them where all the blocks, they don't bleed into each other like they used to, but these ones, you know, it's kind of missing that, so they all kind of blend together appropriately. So that is all of the new texture. Get out of my way! Either way, my friends, that is where we'll be ending our look at the brand new Minecraft textures. I think they're coming for Minecraft 1.14 and not this upcoming Minecraft 1.13 update. Hard to tell, but what you're seeing right behind me is a final look at what the Minecraft overworld and Nether and end look like with the new textures as well, because we mostly just did a showcase here. I wanted to show you what it looked like in its natural habitat. So I hope you enjoyed the video all the same. If you did, drop a like on it. It's much appreciated to have your support for the channel. Of course, thank you so much for subscribing and hitting that bell as well to be notified of my videos right as they come out. Again, the download link for this is in the description of this video. I encourage you to check it out, and other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Buy my holiday shirts, they're in the description. And we'll see you later.